At Lollipopus said May IBBE. At Major Brown 3983 said hi Sarah and the rest of the community.
There you go, Pete. Nice! Nice! That was awesome! Whoa,
Lollipopus said kill it.
that was so cool. That was the most sideways he probably has ever gone.
Yeah, you're good. Really late, really late.
At Sarah Cam 7808 said wow on the Taja in the chat tonight. At Sarah Cam 7808 said Matea hey girl hey. LOL. Syntax Shift 1 said hi guys.
Desktop.
Welcome to the Blind Surfer Show.
Ooh, hold on. Mildly sloppy intro there. Could have been worse. I had the chat rolling and I had no control over it. There was no control over the chat for me. Oh, hold on. I'm getting settled. What a crazy everything this has been. I have no volume in my headphones. That's good. I can preserve my hearing at least. Someone asked me a while ago, they're like, what would you do if you also lost your hearing? I'm like, that's a terrible thought. Don't wish that on me. Here we go. Music is a little loud. I literally just came running from the other spot where I control some of the stuff. What's going on, everybody? It is... It's the Blind Surfer Show. I'm your host, the Blind Surfer, Pete. I got my Hype Train microphone. I got the chat on that phone over there. I lost control of one of the chats. Well, not lost control, but I couldn't turn it off and on. It was just going to be running nonstop, which I feel like would get a little weird. But that's how you can experience my life. What is it like to just have robot voices all day, every day? I'm very excited to announce that I've got my fly up today. Do I? Yeah, I've got my fly up today. Although, it is like over 80 degrees in here. Good time to pause and say... Oh wait, no, I already said welcome to the Blind Surfer Show. Now I'll just tell you that...
The Blind Surfer Show is brought to you by Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap. Order a mystery box, pump the nozzle, and see if you can determine the scent just by smell. When you're ready to know for sure, peel to reveal. Order today at blindpenguin.com.
Yar! Here on the couch with Petey Penguin next to me, or beneath me, whether you're watching on horizontal or vertical, I guess. Do I get taller every week? I think I'm growing. Because the microphone, like usually if I'm sitting up straight, it's like by my mouth, but every week it gets lower and lower. Let's see if I can bring this thing up. There we go. It's always better when it's closer to your mouth. Sounds a little bit better. Welcome everybody. Like I was saying, it is just crazy hot in here today. I'm very excited that I've got my fly up, but we were joking a couple weeks ago. I was joking a couple weeks ago about doing a show in a metal bikini because it seems to be the hot thing to do for people on Twitch. But, geez, I kind of wish I had one right now because it seems like I feel like it would be a little bit more comfortable than the heat in this studio today. I'm going to pop over to the chat, my other chat. I should have like 2 chats rolling today. See if it's working. And we are supposedly on. There we go.
I gotta go. Sorry for being rude before. Pete, love y'all.
Oh, that was a good time.
That's Sarah.
God, I didn't miss that one.
808 says, hey, my love. How
That's
dinner break
Danny.
is going well before school starts.
Danny made me sad last week. He was the start of making me sad
That's
in the comments.
1753 says, who won in doubt if the microphone get knocked over, blame the dog, lol.
Yeah. No, you could blame me.
Angel 420 says, I lost my streak sadly.
What was your streak? Let's see what this is. Let's see.
At Major Brown 3983 tip $4.99 through Super Chat. Hi Pete, Petey the Penguin and everyone else. Looking forward to the show tonight. I'll be in at least every other Tuesday from here on out.
All right. Matea was the very, 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 very first person to order the Blind Penguin frothing hand soap. This stuff right here. She got all 3 boxes. That means 9 bottles. And where's Petey the Penguin? There he is. He's in the front right there. And she actually posted go to her channel. She posted an unboxing review, and it was clever and it was well done because she didn't spoil any of the scents. I'm gonna need ideas on that. Like they're mystery scents, and you're not supposed to know what. That's the whole point of being blind, like not being able to know what they are. But I don't know how I'm going to keep these things secret all the time. I think in the future I'll just have to like be making new scents all the time. So they're changing up, and even if people do start to put out which ones are which, at least I'll have new ones coming. But right now, poor Banana. I mean, poor Banana. We launched this thing thinking, I seriously thought like I was going to get like 2, maybe 3 orders in the first day. We blew out over 100 in the first couple days, and we had 100 on hand that we could make, but I figured we'd be making over the course of like a month or 2. And Banana has been in the kitchen in her clean space working and making this stuff like non-stop. And after the first day, I mean, she was in there for like 14 hours straight making the stuff. And after the first day, she's like, I'm feeling a little like lightheaded, and I was like, oh, well, yeah, I'm a little beat up, a little tired too. Honestly, I haven't. So what was it? Last Wednesday was when we launched the stuff, and I didn't sleep Wednesday night at all. I got woken up twice by one of my voiceover clients, and then I got up super early to start making boxes and help out with the shipping. Last night was the first night that I laid down at like 11, and I was out like a light. I was out after like a minute. I woke up this morning, my alarm clock went off at 6, I think it was, and I was like, oh my God, I got to sleep. Sunday night was funny. Yeah, it was Sunday night. No, it was Saturday night, I think. I don't know, they're all running together. I think it was Sunday night. I was sitting outside in one of the chairs by the pool, and I did fall asleep out there for a little while. And Banana didn't want to disturb me because she's like, you just look so beat and so peaceful. Ooh, what's up with that?
Lola Tupors just cheered 200 bits.
Thanks, Lola.
Hey Pete. I hope you are doing well tonight. I spent this week trying to catch up on your past live shows.
Ooh,
I want to apologize for asking redundant questions. I would join the stream late and not realize that I was turning into the 10th person asking you the same question. Also, I got your soaps, and after hearing you calling your scents flavors, I can confirm my hand tastes delicious after using your soap.
Nice. Good job licking your hand after washing them with the soap. Lola also, she ordered, along with Matea, she ordered all 3 mystery boxes. Man, I think they got there really fast. I was kind of nervous about shipping. Blindpenguin.com is where you can get your soaps. What Lola just did there to get her message read out loud is she did 200 bits or more on Twitch. We'll get the message read out loud right away. Same thing will happen on YouTube if you do a super chat of $3 or more. Thank you for all of that, Lola. No big deal asking the questions a couple times. I mean, I'm starting to, I can't expect everybody to sit here and watch all 2 hours of every show. I'll get to it a little bit later. I've got different titles on different platforms. On Twitch, it says I've got mixed feelings, and on YouTube, it says join the coolest live show around, I think. The mixed feelings are because of a interaction I've been having throughout the day. I'm obviously giving one of my commenters like way too much time and attention, but he got me thinking about something, and I'll get to that in a little bit. I'll just finish my thought of I was sitting in a seat by the pool, and I just kind of like woke up and had no clue where I was. I think it's Sunday night and a Monday morning. Like the air felt different, the sounds were different. I was in a seated position. I'm like, where in the F am I? And I finally had to put it together. I'm like, oh my God, I fell asleep on a pool chair. And I made my way upstairs, and then immediately got woken up by, or called into the studio for another work project. Between work projects and Blind Penguin, I've literally been awake for like an entire week, which might not be the best time to start this streak that I'm about to start. Banana is going away on a little vacation to our motherland, to our homeland. She's going to be going to Boston for like 8 days, and a combination of just me and Petey, or me and Brooks are going to be trying. I don't want to overcommit because there might be one day where I'm like, I am effing tired of doing this. Like, I do love it for the most part, but with the amount of work I've been doing a lot lately, it could get a little exhausting. But I'm going to try and come on at least for a while every day over that period. Had another conversation with the people from Twitch today, which, by the way, if you want to follow me over there, it's at Pete Gustin. Your your username will get read out loud. If you are a new follower, if you subscribe, same thing will happen. 200 bits or more, like you just heard from Lolo, get read out loud. The people from Twitch said that we have increased the viewership on the channel tenfold in the last 2 months, which is just kind of really cool of you guys to support me so much, and I appreciate that. Going back to the thought I was trying to finish before, along with me falling asleep in a chair by the pool, Banana has been, because she's the mixer. Like, we came up with the formula for Blind Penguin soap together. Like, I was picking the smells, the ones I liked, and then the ones that she liked. And we were really working hard on, like, how much of each to put in there. Like, I wanted it to be about scents, obviously, but I didn't want people to, like, squeeze the top and be like, oh my God, like, now my whole house smells like this. So we were trying to walk this fine line between, enough scent and not enough scent. And I think we found it. Like, I'm pretty sure we found it, but it's a very precise milliliter measurement, which of course Banana has to do. So she's been in there like the little mixologist for about 7 days straight, just mixing up tons of this stuff and pouring it into the bottles and getting them all ready to ship out there. And like I said, after that first day, she sounded like she was like just a little beat, just a little tired. But then the next day she's like, no, like my head feels weird. It's like swimming. I don't feel good. And again, I was totally thinking like, yeah, we're, kind of overdoing it. We're mixing soap, frothing hand soap like all day and all night. And then finally still reading on Google and realized that maybe it's not so great to be inhaling fragrance oils for like 12 and 14 hours a day. And so she finally went and got herself, back to 2020. She had a mask on and she was working with some better ventilation, and she's gotten through a good sized amount of the stuff.
Blue Shadow Wolf just subscribed for 5 months.
Ooh, thanks, Blue Shadow Wolf. I really appreciate that. That's very cool of you. A 5-month subscription. Good time to do it too, because like I said, I'm going to try and give you like, hey. Oh, is that a hype train?
Hype train started.
Oh man, that means we have to do the thing. I don't know what level we're on. I can't see what level. When we reach a level, it'll tell me what level we're on. But is this microphone even activated? 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1. Oh, there it is. Yeah. When you guys activate a hype train, that means that I have to fire off the fancy music. Grab the fancy microphone and fire off the dramatic music. And everything I do when the hype train is going on has to sound epic and dramatic. Let me put the chat on.
Nerd says headphones.
Headphones. What about headphones? Faster Nerd.
420 says, hey Jenny, welcome to the live chat.
Yes, welcome Jenny. Thanks for joining. And if you're over on Twitch, there's a hype train running right now. Jenny says thank you, because Dank MF Angel, or Dank Mafangle,
Turnip says meow.
Meow.
Blue Shadow Wolf says thanks.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
The Turnip says, I hope all is well.
All is great.
Says, why do I have a crown?
Why do you have a crown? It's because you're the #1 chatter, I think. I don't know. I'm just guessing. By the way, did you guys know that there's a new feature on Twitch? Woo!
Fiddlin' Husband says, my wife is jealous.
Blue Shadow Wolf gifted 5 subscriptions to the community.
Thanks, Blue Shadow Wolf. That's...
You tried archery at all? I called a few months ago. You said you may try it.
Ooh!
Okay, if not, I'm just curious.
Kimbo14 just cheered 200 bits. Hype train. Have you tried archery at all? I called a few months ago. You said you may try it. But okay, if not, I'm just curious.
Have not tried archery. Though in high school, oh, see, we got another hype train going, I think. What's that one?
Train level 2 reached.
Ooh, level 2 reached because you guys are being awesome on Twitch right now. You're commenting, you're chatting, you're subscribing. Ooh, I just blew up the microphone. But no. Oh, so much going on.
Maddie Brown just cheered 1,000 bits.
Woo!
Love the soap. The scents are perfect.
Nice. That Banana is going to be super happy about that. We are both very happy about that because we worked on it forever. The last time I did archery was when I was in high school. Did you have archery? Oh wait, now my epic music ended, but I think the hype train's still going on. Hold on, I'll fire off the Western music, because I think the hype train's still happening. That's the one thing I don't know, if it's still happening. In high school, in gym class, or PE, whatever you call it, I used to do all the sports because I had some vision back then. I used to do volleyball. I used to do ultimate frisbee. I used to do dodgeball. And yes, I even did archery. Woo!
Musicalat just followed.
Thank you, Musicalaf. I appreciate that. All the stuff happening on Twitch is making the hype train roll along. And I appreciate it. But in gym class, when they offered archery, they gave us all bows that had really weak and floppy strings. Like really weak. Like you pulled it all the way back, and the arrow went like 5 feet and then fell into the ground. So it didn't really get me all that excited about archery. Ooh.
Lola Topors just cheered 200 bits. Hype train level 3 for the next 3 minutes.
Alright, that's pretty good. The people on the other platforms are probably like, what is happening? So if you want to be part of the hype train, head on over to Twitch and follow @PeteGustin, and I will do the entire hype train length in a voiceover voice, but I feel like I need music to do it, and all I've got are these 3 different music. I gotta program more music into this thing. Let's see, can I get some more, let's see if I can get the chatters. There we go. Don't.
Faster Nerd says I like yapping.
Faster Nerd.
Angel 420 says that makes me happy, Maddie.
Angel 92 _ mirror just followed.
Thank you, Angel. I appreciate the follow. We're having fun in our hype train. Let's pull that train. I think that might have a different meaning than what I was expecting when it...
Saracum 7808 says here for hyping.
Woo!
Saracum 7808 just cheered 200 bits.
Thank you.
Here for hyping.
Nice. I appreciate it. It's a big, long hype train and we're pulling it along one person at a time. What's that one mean?
Lola Topors gifted 100 subscriptions to the community.
Lola, that's a lot. Lola, that's a lot. I mean, I appreciate it. I feel like you just jumped the hype train way up. Find out in a second here.
Hype train level 3 reached.
Yeah, because of Lola Tupa's dropping huge generosity here. That's very, 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 very nice. I start to feel guilty after a while because that's really awesome. Let's see what this one is.
Lola Topors just cheered 200 bits.
Yeah.
We are now at hype train level 12.
Whoa. How did we get all the way up to level 12? Probably because you just dropped 100 effing subscriptions. But like I said, good time for anybody who wants to claim those subscriptions because for the next week. It's funny, I end up like, when I'm not in my booth, I don't really do the voiceover voice well. I turn into like kind of a parody of myself because I gotta like focus. I gotta get in that booth, I have to be quiet, I can't have 8,000 noises in my head, and I gotta focus on what I'm doing, but like, if I was really doing the voice, it's still hard to do it, because I don't feel serious right now. I don't feel like I'm seriously doing voiceovers, but if we just got to hype train level 12, that is very close to a record, and Lola Tupa's is being exceptionally generous, which honestly, is making me feel a lot better about the day. My day was not fantastic. I mean, it started off okay, but then I got into the comment section. And then I started taking the comment section too seriously. And I took it to heart. And I started getting aggravated. And I'll tell you about it after the hype train ends. But right now, we are in the middle of a hype train. And it's kicking all sorts of ass. Thanks mostly to Lola Tupas and anybody else that wants to follow @PeteGustin. And go grab those subscriptions because for the next 7 to 8 days, I will be right here. Talking to you guys, listening to your comments, chatting with you, interacting with you, talking into this microphone, and making the greatest live experience you've ever heard. What's
Lola
that?
Topors just cheered 200 bits.
Lola.
Pete, permission for me to tell people you became blind for all kinds of ridiculous fake stories?
Yes, I feel like you could definitely do that. I think the hype train ended because we're not going to be getting past level not going to be getting past level 12. I don't think that is where's my microphone? There we go. That is huge to get to that level. Yes, I gotta come up with more stories. I had like two go-tos. The one was the astronaut one. Let's see, do I have the right button on? That's me. And if you're in the vertical, the vertical people, do you like seeing like just me close up? Do you like seeing just me, a little more of me? Or do you like seeing me and Petey the Penguin? I feel the vertical people don't get to see Petey the Penguin unless I press that button. I think if you're in this view, you can possibly... no, wait, I pressed the wrong one.
327 says the balloon war has ended. However, the crinkly grapes are revolting against the snap surfboards.
Oh no, the grape war has ended.
Adam Arentia the turnip. I'm doing fine. Thank you. I
Whatever
hope
the
you're
heck,
doing well.
whatever the heck that means. I was trying to show this view. I think this view shows probably me and Petey. I think that camera's over there somewhere. Petey should be off to my left. I had him set up for me so that he's supposedly in frame. I don't want to mess with him too much.
Still has a minute left.
There's a couple things I wanted to get to.
Pete, hoping you're having a good night.
I'm having a good evening so far.
H3B says P, the penguin and you.
You like the penguin? Okay. You like the penguin? Pete and Petey?
I want full screen horizontal.
Full. So now.
Angel 420 says extra points if Skylar is on the couch. Lol.
Oh, Skylar's. I think she's keeping.
So many good fake stories for why someone goes blind for
I know.
People.
Yeah, I feel like we gotta.
Turnip says I'm happy you're doing well. Joni colon 3. I'm doing good. Been taking care of my cats.
I feel like if you want to write some, that was funny because I got two different votes. Like one person voted for the full screen me. This is vertical people again, and someone voted for the half me and then half Petey the Penguin over there. Like literally one after the other. I think that the thing is that you can't please everybody all the time. Let me get to this thing because. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. And thank you for everybody that just made that hype. Like starting a hype train like out like that is pretty amazing. And Lola or anybody out there, if you feel like coming up with like good stories about how I lost my eyesight, like keep them, if you can come up with like a quick story, I want like a 5-minute story. Maybe you can write some stories and submit them to blindsurfershow@yahoo.com. And I can either add them into like my responses to people, or maybe I can do a dramatic reading of how I lost my eyesight if you guys feel like getting clever. And being clever doesn't mean using ChatGPT. That means being clever on your own. So yeah, blindsurfershow@yahoo.com. Short stories. The one that got really popular on Reddit was I told people that I was an astronaut and the shield that was designed for me by Revo didn't actually protect my eyes well enough from the sun. So during a spacewalk, the rays of the sun got into my eyes and burned my retinas out. And there was a couple others that I did. Was it like a NASCAR one? I think I might have told the NASCAR one where I had an accident and slammed into the wall and I lost blood flow to my eyes for too long. And then, then I lost my eyesight because of that. And that's what I mean. Like, I don't need like a 10-minute story or anything like that, but like just a quick little thing like that. And I can dramatically read them, or I could even do a real voiceover and produce them, or I can just use them in my channel. But yeah, blindsurfershow@yahoo.com if you want to send your stories along. All right. So one serious thing I'm going to get to, and then for the rest of my life, I promise I'll be happy. I promise I'll be happy and smiling, and you will never see me being grumpy or anything ever again. Woke up this morning, posted the video about me. It was Surfing Blind episode 10, which, by the way, those are just doing terrible. Like, just terrible. Like, just terrible. Like, they oop, there we go. There's a good follow.
Cheapy just followed.
Repie Cheapy, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I think it said Repie Cheapy. That's what it sounded like to me. Yeah, those long-form surfing videos are just like, I think they're great, obviously, because I'm the blind surfer, and I want people to see me surfing. I want to share the stoke of being out there in the ocean, but, like, YouTube just does not feed those to people at all. So I posted the 10th one today, and we'll see how many more I'm going to do if literally no one's watching it. It's kind of a lot of effort and work for people not to watch. But posted that one this morning, and I got a message. I wonder if the person is in the chat, or I wonder if they're listening or watching. Doggo Dozo. I didn't care enough to read the entire username, but something to that effect. And they basically said that they used to like watching my videos because I was inspirational and motivational and set a good example and all that good stuff. But they were upset that lately all I've done is yelling at people who are asking stupid questions. And then they were further upset by the fact that the thumbnail from today's video, which, by the way, if you haven't guessed, I have no control over. And it like kind of drives me bonkers that the damn thumbnail has to be so important. Like literally YouTube won't show you a long form video unless people are engaging with the thumbnail to begin with. It's called click-through rate. Thank you. And mine are always terrible. I have no input over them. It drives me crazy that the thumbnails are so important. And I mean, I've paid artists. I've had friends do it. I've used AI, and we've tried everything, and they're always just not good. So no one watches those videos. And in the video, the person was basically just laying into me for becoming like extraordinarily negative. And I got where they were coming from. So if you guys recall, it was like a month ago, I got really sick. And while I was sick, I was low on tolerance and low on patience. And I started getting like really upset with people that were, and I don't mind people asking repeatedly, like, how did you lose your vision? Or like, how do you navigate your daily life? How do you read copy for your voiceover job? Like those questions make sense. But when people are asking like intentionally antagonistic questions, like, because you're blind, do you feel that you're less of a person than anybody else? Just wondering, seriously, real question, because I have a brother's, uncle's, cousin's, dog's owner who also is blind, and maybe that's how he feels, and I want to understand. I'm like, that's a long way of just trying to insult me. And so, and I wake up to those. Like, I wake up to those questions, and I shouldn't. It's my bad. I shouldn't be going into the comment section like first thing in the morning. But like, sometimes, there's some good comments in there, and a good conversation can be started, or I can see that I've inspired someone so I posted a handful of those where I just got fed up with the people asking me antagonistically, intentionally stupid questions. And the one that always just sets me, like if I wake up in the morning and someone's like, you're faking, obviously doing this for clout and doing it for money. What I want them to understand is that just the whole idea of coming online and telling people that I was blind as, I slowly lost my eyesight was terrifying. Like I spent most of my life trying to not let people know that I was going blind. And anybody who has suffered a loss like this is a hard one to explain, hard one to verbalize. If you've lost something as big as your eyesight, I'm just going to say it, I guess, you have to make a decision whether you want to keep living your life or keep living your life like that. You really do, because your life has changed a lot. And in the very beginning, it's obviously changed for the worse. So you have to decide if and then how you're going to deal with that. And part of my dealing with that was being here, was telling these stories, was talking to you guys, was sharing my life. And getting to, it's like a therapy for me to get out there and tell these stories and explain how my life goes. And then to decide to do that and decide to try and spend a lot of my time spreading a good message, if every once in a while I get a message from someone that thinks I'm faking, it's beyond hurtful. And I don't know how to, I think the people attacking me for losing patience from time to time obviously have never experienced this type of loss. And I hope they haven't. I don't want anybody to. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. It's horrible to lose your eyesight. What a terrible thing. But those people that don't take a moment to consider or look or understand or do any research and just go, oh, you're faking. Like that sets me off for a lot of reasons. And then I have to deal with those antagonistic questions where people are they're just coming at me for the sake of coming at me, asking goofy questions or stupid questions, or how do I wipe? Can I feed myself? How do I open my mail? And some of them, I guess that last one, they probably don't understand that the phones can read that stuff these days. So I do take each question as it comes, but some of those questions are just like, how do you brush your teeth if you're blind? How do you take a shower if you're blind? I'm like, come on, I'm not helpless. If nothing else, I feel like this channel, over 1,400 videos, has tried to show you that I'm not helpless. So all that to say that I heard that person's comment today, and I started thinking, I guess it depends what you're getting fed, because you're not getting fed every video that I've done all the time. And if you're only seeing the ones where I'm like, this stupid person asking this stupid question, which generally, by the way, like I'll get a little flustered or flabbergasted, or sometimes I'll just respond with a big smile because it's so ridiculous. But rarely, if ever, have you guys actually seen me mad. I don't think anybody's ever seen me mad on social media is not going to get me mad. It'll get me more sad. It'll get me frustrated. It'll get me annoyed, but I've never been like, stupid people. And I feel like that's what this person was saying, was like, I'm just sitting here in my couch. And what they also said that kind of bummed me out, they're like, you're sitting on your couch in your huge house, essing on people that are asking stupid questions or questions that you perceive to be stupid. And then I started picking apart what that person wrote. They pointed out the fact that I'm in a huge house. And then later they went on to call me, rhymes with Rick and starts with D. They started getting very personal. And I hadn't even said anything. Someone was defending me. And then the person called me that name. I was like, wow. So they're coming at me, calling me names, upset that I live in a big house. And I started realizing that obviously the person is dealing with a little bit of a jealousy, I believe. Because it was just a weird out of the blue comment that had nothing to do with the video that they posted it on. But it gave me a bit of a wake up call in that, yeah, I mean, I'll try to have more patience. I'll try to have more and understand that at least most, I don't even know if it's true. Like I'm twisting myself in a pretzel knots trying to like give people the benefit of the doubt. I feel like a lot of people are like, blind guy, like stupid comment. And some people are like, no, that's a genuine comment. You have to take it as a genuine comment. I guess it would be better for my mental health if I could. So despite the fact that in the comment section, I had a back and forth. Let's see what this is. Hear what this is.
At law_may_y_query_CISA tip $3 through Super
Thank you.
Chat.
Appreciate
Stop
that.
being a twat waffle to our Pete. We love him.
Whoa. That one lets you get away with some, there are spam filters on that. And that one lets you get away with that one, apparently. But thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate the sentiment. I am shocked that it was allowing you to say that. Good job getting through the spam moderation or the what's it called? Like the word moderation on that one. But so I will try. The funny thing is, Brooks was calling it like my villain arc, because I decided to like go after some people that were like calling me out or not calling me out. They were saying I was faking or intentionally asking denigrating or upsetting questions. Like I started calling them out and going at them, and whatever, man. I'm a person. Like I have feelings. Like I know you think. If you don't have a YouTube channel and you're not a voice actor and you're not in the public eye, you think that maybe I'm a different kind of person because I do this and I share my stories. But no, man, I'm just a dude. I'm just a guy. I'm just a person with a personal life that I share a portion of it online. And when people come after me and attack me, like I think about it. It like screws with my day. It makes me sad. This stuff doesn't roll off of me because I put a lot of my own personal story and life into this whole thing. And someone comes after me, I feel like they're really coming after me and it bums me out. But during that like villain arc of mine, which honestly, I was like sick for like a week and a half. And during that period, I had no patience for people. Sad to say that the viewership of the channel did double. So take that for what it's worth. People in general, or at least the YouTube algorithm, like me yelling at people. But it's not what I want to do. It's not what I want to get known for. I don't want to be known for the dude that yells at stupid questions. I'd rather be the guy that's entertaining or funny or inspirational, motivational, stuff like that. So long way of saying the person's comment did get in my head a little bit, at least that I'll be thinking about it in the future. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I should be allowed. If someone pisses me off, I should be able to respond and say that, hey, that pissed me off. But I guess I can try and not do it all the time. I guess. I don't want to be the bad guy. Like there are bad guys on social media, streamers, and they have these hugely popular channels, but they do it at the expense of being the bad guy. So that when they're out in public, people are like, there's that guy. He's such a prick. Like, I don't want to be that. I love going out and having people like be excited to meet me and take pictures and say that my story helped them out. So I'll try and keep it more positive and give most people the benefit of the doubt going forward. But if you catch me on a bad day, I'm just a dude, man. I'm just a guy. All right, so I wanted to get to that. Just because it was emotionally dominating.
My husband says I'm great at first impressions until I open my mouth and state my opinions.
Yeah.
At Jessica Lee says you're fun to watch.
That's good.
At
Thank
Faster
you.
Nerd says how come you acknowledge dumb questions like mine?
I don't know.
Sunrose
Would
8
you
says,
prefer?
Love the surfing video you posted today. I think you should learn to ignore the noise and know when someone is not engaging in good faith. Sorry people throw negativity your way.
It's hard to
At
tell.
Tony BC says Crispy 11. Glad you're taking cooking lessons. Everything you can do independently is a huge bonus.
Yeah. Chris,
Jessica says my favorite videos you make are the blind guy unboxing.
wow, people do love those. Oh, I know. I got 2 emails this week from people giving me heads up about stuff that's going to be coming for Blind Guy Unboxing, which is good and bad. Like, I appreciate if they're telling me that there's something dangerous in one of the boxes, but also it's supposed to be a Blind Guy Unboxing. I'm not supposed to know what's in there. Banana has been exceptionally busy, as I said, this week. So we have not gotten down to the UPS store to grab the boxes yet. The Blind Guy Unboxing that I'm going to be dropping on Saturday, I think someone a while ago sent a bunch of stuff to Banana. Like, they're super generous person, sent a whole bunch of things to Banana, and I unboxed it, didn't know what it was, and gave it to her. I think we might share that one this Saturday. Then I think Nisha and I, after surfing, are going to try and hit up the UPS store, and we're going to go grab all the stuff. There's 3 boxes down there that I'm very excited about. I think Lola Two Paws said that she sent one, so I'll be grabbing all that stuff, and we'll be doing Blind Guy Unboxings. I do those every Saturday. So Saturday is Blind Guy Unboxing. Tuesday has been the Surfing Blind series, where it's just a quick minute of us heading down to the beach and doing whatever heck we're doing. And then it's like a 2-minute surf session. They're quick little videos. But like I said, no one's watching them. So it's kind of a lot of, what the hell did I do? Oh, man. I had what was I doing? Hold on. I was gonna look and I was gonna show you for certain. Let's see. Now I'm a blind delivery boy. So now I'm a blind delivery boy. I just posted a few hours ago. That's the one about me talking about having to take all the Blind Penguin soap to the post office. Nisha picked me up, and we were supposed to go to the beach. I was like, "Can we go to the post office?" That one's got 10,000 views, and I just posted that like a couple hours ago. Oop. Let's hear this bit.
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits. All things considered, you could just be bald, and I promise people will ask you if you've been bald since birth. My ex-husband had to deal with all of those comments when he was a live streamer. If it's not one thing, I promise you it will be another. Someone will find some way to be a jerk.
That's true. I mean, I could do, I don't know. I feel like people would get tired of it. I literally could do like 10 hours on this. Like, how do you determine who's being it's so hard. But I had definitely gotten myself in the mindset that everybody was a jerk. So I was probably getting a little sensitive about some things, but even with a more clear mind in the hindsight of 2020, which is ironic for me to say, I do feel like a lot of people were becoming intentionally antagonistic towards me because they were getting a rise out of me. And I mean, it was good for the channel. And actually, you know what? It feels good every once in a while. Have you heard of these? Hold on. Let me finish this. So 500 views. Says 500 views. Like, we put like boatloads of effort into the whole surf session thing. It's got 500 views. And the one about me just walking a bunch of boxes to the post office because it's a short has 10,000 views. So I'm not really incentivized to keep making those long form surfing videos. They take a boatload of effort, and then people don't watch them. I don't know. If you guys like them, maybe you can shoot me messages or comment on them, or go watch them. Maybe you can try and get the viewership up. What's it called today? I didn't see the eye candy Surfing Blind episode 10 is the name of the one today. I was going to say, sometimes it does feel good to let it out. It was like a good reset for me. Like, I got overworked, overstressed, got sick, and then I got really aggravated by my listeners or viewers or the commenters, whatever they are. And then I kind of got to yell at them for a while, and I felt a little better. Like, I was going to say, thank you for the bits, Lola. I very much appreciate that. Oh God, I can never finish a thought. Lola, anybody else on Twitch right now? Anybody is over on Twitch? I was just given a bunch of personalized emojis. So, but I won't be able to see them. I feel like you'll be able to see them. Maybe I can do it tomorrow with Brooks and he can see them and tell me. But if you go into the emoji picker in Twitch, if you follow me there at Pete Guston, and you type in, if you're in the emoji picker and you type in Pete G1, if you start to type in PETEG and the number 1, you'll see a bunch of customized, personalized emojis. There's Super Dog 1, there's a banana 1, there's, I think, 1 or 2 of me. Yo!
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits.
Lola. Just for the sake of cheering. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for more than that. 200 bits just to say that. Thank you very much. But yeah, if you now I wonder if she was trying to show me one of the emojis and it didn't get read out loud. I don't know if they get read out loud, but Pete G1, and you'll see at least 5 different like custom emojis. I wonder if I put the text or if I put the chat up.
72 says super dog.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Says Petagu1.
Yep.
Dankmfangel 420 says they are really cool.
Cool. Okay.
Sunrose 8 says anger is literally addictive.
Yeah, it can be.
At BMJ0071 says, whoa, I actually see a live as it's happening?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
It is awesome. I'm doing great. Woo!
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits. Yes, I was trying to have the emojis pop up on screen for YouTube to see.
Oh, it didn't. Oh, so and it didn't show it. Well, I wonder if it showed it and just didn't say it. But I was in the and thank you for trying to. So they're working. That's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm told they're like super tiny. Like of course, like emojis are like very tiny. But I think I heard. So see, I just heard someone. Let's see what this one is.
Sarakam 7808 just cheered 300 bits.
Sarakam.
Someone asked in the chat if you were really blind. I told them that on Tuesdays, Wednesdays we all together here and play pretend.n and they can realize I was kidding.
I kind of like that. Yeah, because everybody my whole life, we all just walk around in San Diego. I carry a blind guy stick. I go out there and surf, and we're all pretending. I wear the blind surfer outfit. We're just playing pretend. I'm at restaurants, and Banana has to, even the servers. I go to a lot of the same restaurants out here, and the surfers, they come out, they know me. They're like, Pete, your drink's on your left, your food's right in front of you. I got a knife and a fork for you on the right, and we're all just, we're all pretending in my real life, and now everybody does it here too. We all come online and we pretend to talk to a blind guy. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've been doing this for 6.5 years at this point, and it's all just a big joke. It's just a good time. Thanks. I got a kick out of that, Sarah. I appreciate that.
He has meta glasses, but doesn't
I heard someone as I went.
There's no need.
As I went to the
Stump C7S says I have Stargardt's disease. You are an inspiration.
Well, thank you. There, someone being nice. I'm inspiring them. That's good to hear. I appreciate that. I'm glad that my silly story and my silly videos can be inspiring for you. I was explaining the custom emojis over there. And I think someone just typed in PG1 into the regular chat, and I don't think that works. You have to.
Kimbo 14 says LOL, people are stupid.
Yeah, well,
toasted by
nope.
Fire ASMR says you.
No, I'm not going to say people are stupid. I'm not going to say that anymore. I'm going to say that people are just uninformed, or they don't know, or they've been taught to question everything.
At Obsidian Rex says I figured it's all just in his headphones. Okay, I actually gotta go now. Take care.
Bye. Thanks for stopping by.
At MSL 863 says at least you have a good view about it.
I mean, a good view.
AHM tag says hi.
Is that you making a blind guy joke? I got a good view about it. Someone a couple minutes ago said anger is addictive, and yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I was getting addicted to that. I was sick. I kept telling you guys, like, I had no voice. Like, I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't doing very good. And then every time I'd flip on this microphone, I'd come in here and I'd have some jackwagon, like, kind of like needling me. And yeah, I was responding because it felt good, but I'm over it. I'm going to be chipper and happy and all that good stuff from now on. I promise. I swear. I was trying to explain. I think someone just wrote PG1 in the text message, and that in the Twitch chat, and that doesn't work. You have to open the emoji picker. Inside the emoji picker, type
says, is
PG1.
it just me or does the video and audio keep cutting out for a few seconds at a time?
It better not.
At Hazel 5572 says. At Joni BC says Amber, hope you baked some delicious food.
I feel like
At says at Kimbo 14, have you ever tried to outdumb someone? I love telling dumb people that the earth is flat. At Toasted by Fire ASMR says, please can you do Optimus?
I mean,
at Roboticrat 7165 says, glad to catch a live. You're awesome.
Thank you.
I love your content so much, Blind Surfer.
Well, that's awesome. I
at
appreciate that.
says, hi, I'm a big fan.
Oh, that's cool. Good to
Kimbo
know.
14 says, that sounds fun, lol.
What up, Kimbo?
Sunrose says, at Absurd Sage until the day you meet an actual flat rether.
Flat rether.
Gamer 27 says
probably.
it is happening to me as well.
Really?
Joe 2120 says, how old are you?
I mean, I can't. There's nothing I can do about that. Let's see what this is.
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits. Sorry if you already answered this question. I was wondering what happens when you're out and about and there's breaking news that needs a voiceover.
Ooh, wow. Did we just start another hype train?
Hype train started.
Okay. Those are the rules. We got another hype train started. I will start by answering. Let me grab my other microphone. This is the rules. I mean, I made up the rules myself, but that's the rules. Hype train starts. I gotta grab this microphone. It seems to be stuck on something. We gotta fire off some music. Hold on, because this is a Neumann TLM 103, which is like a real. It's a real voiceover microphone, and this one is not. This is a podcasting microphone. Let me give me some music. There we go. And so this is for the hype train. When the hype train happens, there you go. Someone was asking for the Optimus Prime read. I am Optimus Prime. Roll out. There we go. My voice getting a little tired. I only did 117 voiceovers today. So, when I'm out and about, the thing is, I did a bunch of videos where I was doing voiceovers with my head in a cooler. Because back then, I just had a bunch of random clients that kind of needed something that sounded halfway decent. But now, these days, I do a bunch of national work, big time TV, big movie trailers, big work, and they require the best possible recording that they can get. So, Banana and I, Josh and I, Brooks and I, Nisha and I, never go more than a few minutes away from my house. I swear, my life consists of a 5-mile radius of this booth right here. Because when news breaks, when things happen, when promos need to be read, in the world of news, in the world of sports, in the world in general, and the copy comes to me, I need to provide the best quality voiceover I can. And that means getting home to that studio, right there, with this microphone, and sounding the best, the absolute best, than I possibly can. So sometimes, we cut surf sessions short, we cut breakfast short, we cut dinner short, we cut walks on the beach short, which is why Banana is awesome for dealing with me and my ridiculous lifestyle, my ridiculous work schedule. Oh, it ended. Oh, there we go. There's like a more dramatic ending. Because we're always running back here. I remember last year on my birthday, I think the hype train probably ended at that point. Let me switch back to my other microphone, put this one up, put this one down. Where's my microphone? There we go. I remember last year on my birthday, we're having a pool party here at the house, and I didn't take the day off. I didn't think I really needed a day off, but the news like kept breaking. I was in the pool. I was like having fun and eating barbecue and stuff, and like literally every 30 minutes, different outlets that I work for, like, oh, I forget what the news was. I don't remember what it was. It was June 21st last year, whatever big news story broke that day. I literally kept having to hop out of the pool and go read promos. And it became kind of humorous after a while. There was like big, serious world news. And there I was, dripping wet, wearing a bathing suit, eating ribs, and being like, something serious just happened in the world. Thank you for kicking off another hype train, by the way.
ASMR says Banana is the goat along with you.
Banana is amazing for putting up with me, and for a million different reasons.
Deadpool Wolverine said hi.
What up, Deadpool Wolverine?
Says IDK about that, but I think he has a pretty decent minimum rate. Jaib says, I looked for you at Oceanside last time I was there and couldn't find you.
I was surfing in Carlsbad this past weekend. Was I in Carlsbad? Yeah, I was. I was in Carlsbad this past weekend, so I was not up in Oceanside. Been taking a bit of a break from Oceanside. Oceanside's getting jacked up in the summer, and as we all know, I'm trying to avoid
Michael Burnett
crowds.
Says ho.
Ho, ho.
Crispy111 says, if you don't laugh, you cry.
That's true.
Saracom 7808 says, Lola be making it rain like it's a club.
Yeah, Lola's like, just, owning me. I feel like I got a sugar mama there. I don't think Banana minds.
20 says, I'm ready for fall.
Fall? Well,
says, lol.
I wonder if it's gotten any cooler in here.
F3N says hi.
Hold on, it was 80 degrees when I started.
Curry Sissa says, when people are twatwifils to you, it pisses
Jeez Louise. I can't believe we keep getting away with that. I'm gonna ask my I want to ask my robot lady what the temperature is up here. It was 80 when I started the show. Computer, what's the temperature upstairs?
Upstairs is 76 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ugh, 76. I mean, that's down a little bit, but it's hot up here. I'm complaining that I'm hot, and now I'm going to complain that I'm hungry. I need to find a snack.
It's time now for a blind guy taste test.
So I actually found this huge bucket of like random food that was, this is going to sound gross, but it was in my bathroom. But I've got a very large bathroom. It's not like it was like next to my toilet. It was in a cabinet in the bathroom. Hold on. I got to duck out of frame for a sec because I can't reach it. Okay. So, and I'm a little curious as to whether or not the food in there is not poop covered. I can tell you that much. But what I don't know is whether or not it is still fresh. There's one thing in here that I know is still open. Oh yeah, these things. They're so, I left these in here because I wanted to eat them on purpose. Brooks opened these. Well, I'll put you guys up. I'll put you guys up so you can do it with me. I still don't know what these are because Brooks didn't really read it to me. But they're like strawberry.
BC says, La Matea, you've now been asked by me and by Pete to watch your language. One more offense and I will remove you.
Uh-oh. I mean, we love it. Hey, look at that.
Stoner Baby 420 _ just followed.
That seems like it was a little bit of a redundant username. It was a Stoner Baby 420. I'm guessing Stoner Baby was taken, so it was Stoner Baby 420. I get you. I got where you're coming from on that one. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So when you do that, when you follow on Twitch, Steve's head pops up, reads your username, and then everybody gets to smile. What is this? This is a heavy bag. Hold on, I'll put you back up there. I don't know. I'm going to know what's the front of this thing. I don't know, man. That, for some reason, oh, I got to find the seam. Where's the seam? Oh, seam is right there. That's the seam on the back. So this.
420 says, yeah, lol, the first one was taken.
This,
Daisy Air Music says, you made me not stressed when I found out I don't have peripheral vision. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's good to hear. I'm glad.
Justin Crandall 3313 says, dude, I follow all your stuff, bought a shirt.
Oh, that's very nice of you. I appreciate that.
Says, said hi.
Hi.
Nag21 says, oh, blind guy, hello.
Blind guy, hello. I don't like when people say blind guy. Hey, blind guy. I know the thing's called the blind guy unboxing, and some of the video titles are like.
A Million says those are Harry Potter gummies.
Oh, no way. That's what they are?
Boy 2K1 says, I didn't know this kind of stuff was sold.
I didn't either. Yeah, I mean, like, I understand. Like, it's called blind guy unboxing. I think, like, this blind guy is nuts is like, the name of a couple of videos, but like, I don't know, it kind of like strikes me weird when people are like, hey, blind guy. It doesn't feel good for some reason. Like, I don't know, what if you were like overweight and people are like, hey, fat guy? I'm like, that's not nice. Like, don't call someone by their disability. It is tricky. It's a tricky one because, like I said, I have a blind guy unboxing, but it's, geez, I don't know how I want to feel about that. But also like, my name is written right on the screen. And if you're in a horizontal mode, if you're watching horizontal, like my name is in lights, like right up there, Pete. It's like not even a hard name to figure out.
Nag21 says, I don't know
call
your
me
name.
Pete. You can say hi, Pete.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Jane of Family 2017 says, don't eat it. It's full of chemical poisons.
I'm sure it is.
Ashleach 52 says, have you seen the new Toy Story movie?
No, how would I have seen it?
Says, hey, Pete.
Yo.
Lalatwipa says, blind guy has a name, everyone.
I do. All right. So
Angel 420 says, does that mean some are gross?
Is this
boy 2K1 says it's Pete.
It is me.
320 says,
he's saying my name. Hi.
Michael Burnett F3 and says, you're the person who makes me laugh.
That's good.
At
I like to hear that.
3313 says, exactly. Did I agree? At Joey1 says, you call yourself blind surfer.
I know.
At
but well, technically,
says Pete. What was the last thing you did voice acting for? It's awesome you did GT.
The last thing I did voice acting for, like right before the end of the day today, I did a welcome for a movie night at Petco Park here in San Diego. I think, was that the last thing I did today? It's called like Movies Under the Stars or something like that. And you can go to Petco Park and sit in the field and watch a movie. Before that, I was reading a bunch of stuff for a radio station in Cleveland that is absolutely dying to try and get LeBron James to come back home. I did a bunch of imaging for that. There was some other stuff for a radio station in Madison, Wisconsin, WTLX. They were asking me to do a bunch of voiceovers for It's the All-Star break. So they were talking about the Brewers and the All-Star break. Up in LA at KABC, which I'm the voice of, I did a whole bunch of promos for concerts coming to the OC Fair. I did some bands that Banana really likes. I did the Elevators like 2 weeks ago, and then I did Revolution. Well, there's another one I know that she likes. I forget the name of it, but I did a promo for them playing the OC Fair. And then I did two things that I had to sign NDAs for, non-disclosure agreements, so I can't talk about it. But one of them is a major international, I can't say, apparel brand. I guess I can say that much. I think someone told me that these are Harry Potter gummies.
You're so humble. I love that.
I don't know. Whatever this is.
Pete, what a lovely, wholesome man.
Thank you.
At Ashleach52 says, sorry, I thought you still watched movies even if you can't see them.
Well, I mean,
At
the way you phrased it.
CX7VT says, Matea, if you have a toaster, toast some bread slices, put a slice of cheese on it, and put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. It will be a pretty average, not grilled cheese.
Okay, sounds
At
gross.
SarahCam7808 says, we are all hungry here together.
These
At
are, I don't know.
PC says, Jane of family. Everything is full of chemicals. 100% of people who ingest
I know. That's what she said. She's like, don't eat it. It's full of chemicals. That tasted like orange, by the way. Is it orange? Right? If you get grossed out easily, don't watch. Right? I feel like I'm eating something orange flavored.
Family 2017 says, we got to hear your radio voice right.
I wouldn't say it's
says fruit roll-ups do sound good.
I just did a whole
says, hey,
5 minutes of my voice.
Music? Last band you saw play?
We covered that last week.
After I sent you the email about your package, they put the edible stuff in one package and the non-edible stuff in the other package.
Oh, well, that's good.
Luminous Tracer says, have you experienced any earthquakes?
Yeah.
At that for V90 says hi.
Hi.
At
I wonder what.
says, what's your next
I think I know what this is.
My kids love your videos.
Hold on. I think I know.
4978 says LOL. Right?
Hold on. This is if this is someone did tell me this is a Harry Potter. That's a lightning bolt, right? If these are Harry Potter things, doesn't he have a lightning bolt on his forehead? And yes, I mean, I know the person said, "Do you watch movies?" Which I shouldn't have picked on him for that. Like, I do listen to movies, especially if there's what the hell's it called? Why am I blanking? Audio description on them, because it'll tell you what's going on. So I will listen to movies. I technically watch TV with Banana. So you're correct. See, I can say I was wrong. That was a perfectly honest question, a genuine question. I could have answered it better. There, that's me being nice. And now I've eaten a lightning bolt.
Is it really my fault? Love your energy from the videos.
Can't tell what flavor it is.
PZ3RL says hi.
Hi, James.
At Chris
I feel like I've heard.
11 says, love all your videos that pop up, especially the shorts.
At
Phonics
cool.
CX7VT says, it's not gross, it's average, and what I learned to make when looking. I was first trusted to look after myself as a kid.
Okay.
At Jenny says, oh, okay, I did not hear it.
You know what's funny about Chris P? I think the person's name, the username is Chris P, but the way that the text reads it, it sounds like they're saying crispy. What up, crispy? And also, Sarah Cam, like whenever she does a super chat on YouTube, or whenever a comment get read by one of my robot ladies, it says Sarah Cam, but it was funny. She paid 200 bits and then got it read out loud over on Twitch, and it said Saracam. It said Saracam. The last one was, I'm pretty sure it was a lightning bolt. This thing, I no clue what that is. And these are not filling. Like, these are not like really actually making me feel like I'm not starving to death.
Michael Burnett F3N says, I have a question. How long were you blind?
How long was I blind?
PZ3RL says, hi, I almost miss your life video. My name is Amber Harris 5580 says, a couple of years ago I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and my life changed dramatically. You were such an inspiration to me then and now. Thank you for being yourself.
That's good to hear. I'm glad I could help.
20 says, you guys remember the gross Harry Potter jelly beans?
Did they have like...
Schroeder says, hi.
What up, Joshua Schroeder?
You need a delay on reading of the comments so you don't get so distracted by the next one. Joni BC says, Michael, he began going blind at 8.
Yeah, that's a good answer there. I don't know if I need the delay on it. I just need to be better about it. Can I show you guys what I've been doing since the beginning? Where the hell is it? Reaching for it. Yeah. Okay, they fell. Here we go. I'm gonna get one. So I tell you, Banana's been making all the Blind Penguin soap. like the actual formula. And, you know, I got to chip in. I got to do my part. So there's two things that I do. Well, there's a bunch of things I do, but two that I can show you here is, so the finished product, and she's just been literally making it. If you didn't hear me at the beginning of the show, she's literally been making this stuff like nonstop. Like since I launched the company last Tuesday night. Go to blindpenguin.com. Go get yourself a mystery box because Banana got us some more in stock. You'll get 3 of these in a box. Ready? Here, I'm going to do the commercial. You're going to have to watch a commercial, but it's 10 seconds and it's me. Ready?
The Blind Surfer Show is brought to you by Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap. Order a mystery box, pump the nozzle, and see if you can determine the scent just by smell. When you're ready to know for sure, peel to reveal. Order today at blindpenguin.com.
I actually used that to try and eat that gummy I was eating really fast. So yeah. You get 3 of these things, and then you sniff it, and then you peel the little label, and it reveals what the scent is. And then there's a fun, cool little different version of Petey Penguin underneath. But so we ordered a boatload of these things, and they come like this. So literally a box. I got like 1,000 of these in one box, and I got 1,000 of these in another box. My job, first thing I have to do, is put them together. Like not hard, right? That's not very hard, but do it 1,000 times, and your like brain starts to get numb. Banana is the one who has to mix up the soap and then pour the 8 ounces in there. She's been very, very hopeful that everybody who's been getting them, who's been ordering them, gets the full 8 ounces. Because sometimes there's like bubbles in there and she'll sit there for like ever waiting for the bubbles to go down. She'll try to put some more in there and then it'll overflow. Like we're literally doing this by hand. I don't understand what my brain was. What was I thinking? Like, why did I start a whole nother company? Like, why didn't I just get a product that I could have had like made at some plant in Michigan and then sold that? I thought this would be super fun. Like I couldn't, check the super chat here.
At @law_may_I_y_Corey_.
Don't say anything bad.
$5 through super chat. Please excuse my semi-foul language. $5 on the swear jar. Low, we need a swear jar.
Okay, there
like
you go.
Like if somewhere swears, they must super chat to Pete.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Get the super chat rolling. I mean, it's like YouTube was letting that word through, I guess. But I don't know. I know that the kids can tune in and stuff. Banana, as a professional nanny, like makes me hyper aware that kids could be watching. So I get nervous about that sometimes. So she's been spending. I gotta finish this stupid gummy I'm eating. A ton of time trying to make sure that these things are like as full as they can be without being overfull. So her job is this is one sticker. It's once, and she wraps it all the way around, meets up at the edge so that it's seamless. Then she gets the Petey the Penguin sticker, let's see if I can feel that, and puts that on there, covering up the other one. So by hand, she's wrapping the bottle, filling the bottle, putting Petey Penguin on there, and then I have to mail them out. And so this, let's see if I can show it on this angle. This is how the boxes came to me. I ordered 350 of these, and I don't know which angle is better to do this in. So I literally have to make each box. And what I do is, let's see if I can make one for you. I've gotten the first time I did it, I was like, oh my God, this is like a jigsaw puzzle. How am I going to do this? I feel like I've gotten a lot better at it. I have to break the 4 tabs. Then I have to fold this one up and fold it back, and that's one of the arms. Close that. Close this. And let's see. Fold it down. And there we go. Then I've got a box. And then the trickiest part of making the box is the fact that, let's see if I can find it.
Lola Tupors just cheered 200 bits. It cracks me up that Banana is a nanny and has a foul mouth. I'm the same way. Also, Banana did an amazing job with the stickers. It's really impressive how straight it is.
Right? I don't know how she does it. I mean, the damn things are on there like perfectly. Like I can't even feel the edge. Like it literally goes right edge to edge. Oh, I can feel, there's the seam. It's like right there, I guess, but it's totally edge to edge and they're not angled. I tried to help.
Blue Shadow Wolf just cheered 200 bits.
Wow.
Of the soaps, what is your favorite scent?
Well, I can't tell you the scent. It's a mystery scent. I can't tell you. Hold on, let me finish this demonstration here. So this is supposedly upside right, and I think it says mystery box 1, right? And thank you, Lola. I will pass along to Banana. We're trying to find a machine that could put those things on, but she's so particular about having to be perfect that even machines aren't like guaranteed to be perfect. So I'm trying to do as much as I can with this procedure. So the banana isn't doing literally everything. That's unfair. Like, what can I do? So I actually, if you get one of the boxes, it's all packed up in this teal tissue paper that Banana picked out. I'm putting them in there. I'm doing the tissue wrapping. This is what I'm spending. This is what I'm doing my free time these days. And then this part is the hardest part. So what I do, I almost dropped on the ground. Then we just, would have been game over. So I peel the edge, right? I'm peeling the edge and I fold it back. So the one sticky part is visible. And then, so I will grab the edge of the box and I can feel my 2 fingers lined up with the seam. So it feels like it's flat on the seam. I feel like the label is flat on the seam. Then I push down that part that I exposed as the sticky, and then I peel the label, and then I flatten it down. And you guys tell me, is it straight? I was trying to line it up with this side of the box. And the first couple times I did it, it was not even remotely straight at all. Banana's like, you're not going to be able to do this. But I feel like that should be pretty straight. And then when someone orders a box, I put another sticker right here with the mailing label. So that's my job. That's what I've been doing. And we've been doing a lot of it because...
Jonathan Lurbus 2406 said hi.
Hi, because a lot of people...
Relaxwipa says that looks exactly like the box I got.
Does it? All right. That's the one. I mean, I've done them. I've done them all.
Angel 420 says better than I could have done, lol.
Nice. I mean, it's kind of, Banana was doing the first.
Says it looks straight to me. I can't see any problem.
Nice.
Joni BC says when I'm in town next month, I volunteer my hands to help with labels and mixing pouring if Banana would be up for some help. Banana would absolutely take you up on that. She tries to get as much help as she can because we're mildly overwhelmed. Because this thing has to be on perfectly straight because right here, like I said, you have to fit the mailing label. And if you're off, one's going to cover the other or it's going to cover out the seam or something like that. So Banana, when she did the first few boxes herself, I could tell that she's just like peel, stick. I'm like, oh man, like I'm never going to be able to do that. But then, I remembered there's always a different way. You got to find a way to do things. Just feel it. Just line yourself up with this edge, expose one part, put it down. And if you can feel what you're doing, who needs eyeballs? But, yeah, I mean, the way that she's expertly lining up these whole labels, no, that one's a little beyond me. But this right here, that I can do. I already lost it. There we go. That little thing. So yeah, you can go grab your mystery box at blindpenguin.com. We discussed what someone was asking, my favorite flavor. I think I tried to pair them. It's like there's like a wine pairing. I tried to put a good variety. Like every box should have like a candy scent, a bakery scent, and like a some sort of confection or something like that. And I think my overall, God, I don't know. I had 3 favorite scents and I put one of each in one of the boxes and then built the boxes out from there. So honestly, if someone told me to pick mystery box 1, 2, or 3, I couldn't tell you because I really like what's in all of them. So, I mean, you can't go wrong whether you pick 1, 2, or 3. Sarahcam 7808 says, I remembered that Riri. I was going to recommend it to you till I remembered.
What time is it? What time is it this evening? It's 7:49. I started at, I feel like some nights it like jams by, and some nights it, that's funny, the chat got all quiet. It's like I'm sitting here talking about, they're like, you're talking about your stupid soap, and now we're going to get out of here. I feel like I lost everybody explaining how I do labels and soaps and stuff, unless I just broke the chat. Where is it? Where's the phone?
Blue Shadow Wolf says so. You are saying we need to get all 3 boxes then?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. So they say, you learn as you go. And I never owned a business before.
4978 says I can always purchase for others.
I never sold a product. I've never done anything like this before. And Banana decided, she's like, so we're basically selling these things at the cost at what it is. Thank you, Joni. I appreciate it. For me to make it. And then Banana's like, I don't want to eat the shipping. So, and she's like, people are going to pay more than, and she actually said, she's like, do flat rate shipping, $6.99, anywhere in the country. And she's like, I think people will understand that. It's so hard because Amazon these days, everybody's used to like just getting free shipping from Amazon. But I'm not a multi-billion-dollar company, so I got to pay for shipping. And so we did that. And this is one of those little errors, one of those things that you learn as you're doing stuff. If you've never done it before, you wouldn't know. So we did flat rate shipping, right? $6.99. And then a bunch of people on the first day ordered all 3 boxes. They put 1 box in the cart, 2 boxes in the cart, 3 boxes in the cart. And now I have to mail the 3 boxes separately because they're 3 boxes. But we only charged the people $6.99 to ship because they ordered. It was like one order. And so there were some people that in the first day, it was like $10 to ship it to New Hampshire, then $10 to ship the second one, then another $10 to ship the third one. And I'd only charge them $6.99. I was like, So nobody could no. So I spent $30 and they paid $6.99. I'm like, hey, Banana, we actually lost money on these 3 boxes. She's like, how? How did that happen? Yeah. I mean, I'm not a businessman. And honestly, I was never even like thinking of like trying to like come up with a product to sell people. Like, yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's like super fun to like have a product, to have an idea, but I don't even remember the original thought process. Like, I think people like the blind guy unboxing, and I was just kind of trying to think of different ways that I could, maybe share that experience with people. You're technically unboxing something, and since you can't see it, you got to use your nose to figure it out. And it was definitely safer than me like coming up with my own food to mail people. I don't want to mail food to people. That sounds like it could be a lawsuit waiting to happen. And plus, this is super fun for me.
At
Like,
Honor D says everyone has their mistakes.
yeah, I mean,
At Sarah Cam
that's how you learn.
7808 says Mary, text me what you are thinking.
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits. Hopefully my donations helped cover the out-of-pocket cost.
Definitely. And it wasn't, I'm not blaming you or Matei or anybody else I was the people that ordered 3 boxes. I was like, oh my God, like the fact that they were like so willing to get all 3 right off the bat. I mean, you don't know. What if the product blew? Fortunately, I feel like everybody's been really the feedback we've been getting has been really good. I think people are very excited about it. But when people like right off the bat were ordering 3 of them, I was like, holy cow, it's like really nice and really generous. It was just, we learned pretty quickly. And, Brooks made the website, and I'd never used Shopify before. And we basically just sold our first like 50, and then we had to like retool and figure out like how not to lose our shirts in the shipping. But it's fun. It's really fun. And I'm kind of torn in my brain as to whether or not I want to like just keep it with me and Banana and some of our close friends, or whether I do want to expand and have other, have more out there. I don't know. We'll take it as it comes. It's just, for right now, it's really fun. Like, I got a new fun little mascot guy, Petey the Penguin, over there. It's a fun story to tell. It's a fun product, and I'm just enjoying it. It's funny, like when my friends are like, what are you up to? I'm like, oh, I started a company. And they're like, oh, of course you did. Because, I'm always trying to just come up with something else, do something else. I don't want to get stagnant. I don't want to stay in one place. I want to move forward. Oh, you know what I meant to do today? How do I put it up? 1, 2, 3. So don't get excited. I'm not going to take phone calls today. But I'm going to put the phone number up there and tell people there's none in there right now. So I've been doing the Check Pete's voicemail thing. And people leave messages at 760-517-6844. I think it'll work out better. The phone calls, I kept taking the problem with just being me and Petey the Penguin here doing this show is that I don't have anybody else. There's nobody to screen, nobody to take the phone calls, and it was resulting in some weird phone calls and people just using the opportunity to plug whatever products they had going on, stuff like that. So if you want to have your voice heard on the channel, let's check this.
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits.
Thank you.
I still haven't peeled the sticker. I have my thoughts as to what scent it could be. It's funny how it messes with your brain and what you think you're smelling. I can't imagine how it feels to be eating something and your tongue isn't registering the correct flavors.
That is exactly what that's exactly what I wanted people to experience. When you go to a store and you find a scented something, whether it's a soap or it's a candle, it always says like strawberry vanilla fields, and you pick it up knowing it's supposed to smell like strawberry and vanilla. Everybody experiences scent that way these days. Like, rarely, I mean, even if you're looking at a flower, you're like, that's a rose and I'm going to smell it. And people think that they know smells. They do. Everybody thinks they know smells. Like, even if you're like holding a steak, you're like, oh, that's steak. But if someone were just to waft steak by you, or a strawberry vanilla thing, and you don't have the context, you don't know what it is. I'm telling you, that's why you have to get these things, to experience it for yourself, because I thought I was just dreadfully horrible at smell. Like once I lost my eyesight, I'm like, why can't I smell anything anymore? Brooks was taking me to farmers markets, Nisha was taking me to farmers markets, and I was getting like these little drink shots, energy drinks or health drinks or whatever. And they're like, what flavors are in there? I'm like, I have no idea. And meanwhile, the bottle says like blueberry lemongrass. And so everybody else drinking is like, oh, it's a beautiful blueberry lemongrass thing. And I'm like, I don't know. Is it blackberry? Is it raspberry? Like, when you don't know, you really don't know. I wish I could, I got to figure out something on the website or somewhere, just people to take a poll, like, were you right about any of the scents? And once you do peel the sticker and reveal it to yourself, you'll be like, oh my God, it was so obvious, because nothing is crazy. They're all like really, really obvious scents. But when you don't see it, I'm telling you, it's a whole different world. So that's why I think this thing is super fun. I think somebody did. Hey, yeah, somebody just did. Can I say the first name? I won't give you last name. Glenn just got himself a box. Thanks, Glenn.
Blue Shadow Wolf just cheered 200 bits.
What up, Blue Shadow Wolf?
You could always make a 9-pack for those that want to get all of them and ship them in one box to save postage.
You'd think. So we did that. So I ordered a box, 8x8x9, and then I brought it down to the post office, and I asked how much it would cost to ship that, and it was the same exact cost as it was to ship all 3 boxes, minus 22 cents. I was like, oh, okay. Because it's done by weight. It's mostly done by weight. So it didn't really, that was the other thing Banana and I didn't think about. Like if I was selling a, so I'm a guy I used to work for, his daughters started a company called Cake's Body. This is so random. They're can I say the word? They're inserts that you put in like bathing suits in your bra to make sure that you're not high beaming, basically. Cake's Body. It's like this cool product. They're silicone things, because apparently, I've never worn a bikini, but women that wear bikinis, they're always like trying to stick these like little inserts in there to make it so that you're not pointing out. And so they invented these silicone things, and they slide in there. And what they did is they had 10,000 of them made, then they had 100,000 of them made, and they just keep having them made. And then they're selling, like these two women they were like the #1 shop on TikTok for a while. I was like, holy crap! Like the guy I was working for, John, I was like, your daughters are amazing, like major entrepreneurs. And they're crushing it, like killing it with this product. And so I've always been like, man, having a broad product would be kind of fun. And then instead of just making something that I could have manufactured and sell to my audience, no, I didn't make my life easy at all. I made it so that poor Banana and I are pouring soaps all day, every day. But there's a certain satisfaction that I feel like I'm getting out of giving people this experience. I think people watch my videos for years, the blind guy taste test, and they're like, it's so obvious what he's holding, or the blind guy unboxing. Like, it's so obvious what he's about to eat. How does he not know? And I feel like when people do finally experience that, I'm like forcing you to experience it by trying this product. Then you'll see it's very different when you go to smell something you don't know what it is. Oh, I've left the phone number up on the screen there for a little while, by the way. 760-517-6844. If you feel like calling that number either tonight or any other time, I do have a friend, or sometimes I go through it and we check the messages and we play them back on the show in a segment called Check Pete's Voicemail. We blew through a bunch of those last week with Banana and Brooks, and they're kind of fun. And it just kind of keeps the show moving and goes a little bit quicker because, like I said, I don't have a screener to do the real live calls. So if you want to hit 760-517-6844 now or anytime, you can go ahead and leave me a message. In the meantime, we can be interactive by...
I don't mean this to be an offensive question. I'm hoping for more of a possible funny antidote if it has happened. Have you had any interesting interactions with a deaf individual?
I think you meant anecdote, because there's no antidote for blindness or deaf. Trying to think if I've ever encountered a deaf person. Actually, well, he wasn't fully deaf, but a guy offered to, this really nice guy, Greg, offered to take me out surfing one day when none of my coaches were around. And it turned out that he was deaf in one ear. And he didn't tell me until we were out there in the water. And on top of that, he surfed with earplugs in. Like a fair amount of people do surf with earplugs because they're prone to ear infections. And I think he just thought he'd have to call out the waves to me. But I'd be like, I'd lose him in the water. I'm like, Greg, sometimes I lose my positioning in the water, especially after I catch a wave. And, as I'm paddling out, I'm usually like, Nisha, where are you? And she's like, over here, or hello, just like letting me know where she is. But Greg was like not responding at all. And he's like, oh, I'm deaf in my right ear and I have earplugs in both my ears. I'm like, well, that's not helpful. So it made it a little bit difficult, but that was definitely one of the experiences I had. But as in terms of encountering a fully deaf person, I have not. I feel like that would go a little confusing for the both of us. I did put the chat back up there. I got this trash man. I'm not sure what to do with it. I've got Harry Potter gummies that I was enjoying, and hold on, I lost my phone again.
At Kinetic Boy 2K1 says my daughter was born deaf. I'm glad you talk about your soap. I was actually curious about the back-end production of it.
Oh, that's cool. That sounded like a different voice. Like, where did that voice come from? Just like out of nowhere.
Brian adding tonight 4JZ says lol.
I got a circular Harry Potter thing, like whatever that is. What would what this feels like? It actually feels like Captain America's shield to me, like the little star in the circle. And by Captain America's
Robert
shield,
Forkerly 1776 says oh.
I mean Steve's shield. Yeah, he is. Steve Rogers is Captain America, and my dog is Steve. So, whoa.
Anonymous Tracer says, can you sing?
Beacon_1 just raided with 1 viewers.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing your viewer over here. I appreciate that. I still got to figure out how to do a raid. Maybe at the end of the show, you guys can watch me struggle through social media again. It's very, some stuff is easy to navigate. Some stuff I'm like good with. But since Twitch is kind of new to me, let's see. I'll try and open it at least and see what's going on over there. I go to Twitch, then I go to profile, then I go to settings, then I go to, should I go to creator dashboard or stream manager? I go to stream manager. I've been on for an hour, 20 minutes, and 52 seconds. That's helpful. There's 13 people and 635 people subscribe to me. Thank you, you people. You're all the best. Quick actions. If I open the quick actions, did I do it? Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Followers only tap. Oh, there we go. I've raid a channel. I wonder if I could do it. I don't know what that means. No, there's like, I guess there's some people that I can raid. I don't know. I gotta do it with Brooks. I'm not ready to get out of here just yet. I was kind of curious as to whether or not I could figure that out. 13 people over on Twitch is pretty good. I feel like we could do more. Let's get some of the people over there. That's I just love their notifications. I'm just so much more aware of what's going on over on Twitch because they have text-to-speech options for everything. So it's at Pete Gustin over on Twitch. When you follow, your username gets read out loud. You see Steve's happy little cute face, and then you see my smiling face.
Defuzz0 just followed.
Thank you, Defuzz0. I appreciate that. Ask and ye shall receive. I can't tell if it was automated or someone did it for me, but they set a goal of trying to get me to 650 subscribers tonight. I'm at 636, and I don't think I'm going to get there. Someone earlier today, I posted the video, Now I'm a Blind Delivery Boy, where I was bringing all the blind penguin boxes to the post office. And literally the video's been up there for like a minute. This is what I'm talking about with those passive-aggressive comments. Someone's being like, oh, so he's like, you have 2.5 million subscribers and only 20 likes. That's a travesty, man. I think you have a great channel and you do good stuff. And I'm like, no, that's just you pointing out that I have 20. Maybe. Am I? I feel like the person is being like, nobody likes your video. And I wrote back, I'm like, dude, the thing just got posted 4 minutes ago. Give it a second. That's the way I read those things. I swear I feel like when people put comments like that, they're not like, oh, I feel bad for you. They're mostly like, you totally fell off. There was a guy, oh my God, it was like every damn video for 2025. I'm talking the entire year. Like every time I posted a video, he'd be like, bro only has 137 views, totally fell off. I'm like, you're like my number one fan. You pop in, I posted the video, it's been up for like 60 seconds, and you're like, nobody's watching the videos. I'm like, give him a couple of seconds. Jeez. I'm rubbing my ankle here because I had a weird accident surfing this weekend. I was with Nisha and
Kimbo14 says if anyone has Amazon Prime, they get 1 Prime sub a month they can use to sub over here. It pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's actually, I guess
At
Amazon
Johnny BC
owns
says
Twitch
Skylar
or
and Steve
something.
are hanging with Banana. Skylar
Yeah.
visits sometimes. Steve is like a bull in a china shop in this room.
Yeah, I might.
Jacker53 says haven't seen you in a min.
Well, I'm here now, and you're here now. That means we're here now. It's great. I've shown Steve a couple of times. He's just so happy and so
Michael
excitable.
Smith 8480 says hi.
And if I'm alone, so everything's like set up high,
Ricky
by the
Boyd
way.
1 says yo blind surfer great hopes it going good, much love from Rick in Australia.
Hey, Rick in Australia, appreciate that. Thanks for checking in from way down under. It's just, once I'm on and it's just me in here, if Steve, my dog, were to come in here and start knocking stuff over, it would be a real problem. Like, it would be very hard for me to fix and put it all back together. I think he's come in here a couple times. I just like it when Brooks is with me, because if Steve knocks something over, I just want Brooks to be able to like pick it up and put it back. You guys have definitely seen him out and about. I do have the ability to go on the go with my Logitech Mevo Start camera, which we've been playing with a little bit. I took you guys out to the pool last week. Someone was really tough in the chat that night. Charles, thank you. What up, Charles? So Charles just bought himself some Blind Penguin frothing hand soap. Hope you guys don't mind. I'm just saying the first name. I'm just trying to like give you a shout out and appreciate it. Yeah, he went to blindpenguin.com, picked himself up a box, and I'm super excited to I'm really excited to, I don't think Brooks ever set up a testimonial page, but I'm not exactly hard to find. You can find me on social media and just, leave me a note. Let me know if you like the stuff. And let me know if you have any other ideas with the soaps. Like, someone was talking about like a QR code on the labels, and then people could, interact with what they thought the flavors were. I mean, yeah, I guess there's a million ideas, different ways that you could do it. But it's also like, first of all, do you need to involve your iPhone with washing your hands? Probably not. We were just trying to keep it simple and fun. But if anybody has any ideas, you can hit me up. If you want to email me directly, blindsurfershow@yahoo.com. You can get a hold of me that way. I was talking about Steve. Yeah. I did a couple of videos. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I was out at the pool. What was it, like last Thursday? Banana was at her book club or something. And I'm at the pool, and someone just started saying, I don't know, a word that you're not supposed to say, but they were spelling it funny. And unfortunately, I didn't have any of my mods because I started the show at like 8 my time, which is like 10 or 11 their time. And the person just was like, bad word, bad word, bad word, bad word. And I have the ability to, I can either turn the chat on or turn the chat off. But I felt bad that it was like in the chat for other people to see. I don't understand like why that's fun for people to try and pull that off. I think the other chatters finally shouted the person and got them down. But that was the last time. That was the last time that Steve was on camera. I was hanging out by the pool, and I think over the next.
Anna Marie 4616 says you were also saying SK.
I was saying SK. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I think over the next week, as I'm trying to go live every day while Banana is away, we'll be able to do plenty of them either. Should I go back in the pool? I felt weird about that. I felt like weird.
Says hi.
It was fun. Like, it was nice. It was chill. I was like relaxing, just kind of like hanging out in my pool. But in retrospect, I feel like it was weird for me to be sitting there just wearing a bathing suit, talking to like a few hundred people, being like, sup, I'm in the pool. But, I mean, with Brooks here, at least on some of the nights or a couple of the nights, I think maybe we'll do some DoorDash, get some food.
4616 says you were also saying something about a weird accident when surfing.
Oh,
the
good.
Husband says go back to the pool. It was funny.
All right.
Zesik says, where is Banana?
Banana is getting ready for her.
Is this a call stream?
No, but
Luminous Tracer says I would call, but I'm unfortunately mute.
Hold on. I'm gonna forget everything. So I put the phone number up. Because let's check this out first.
At Drewmo for $35.60 tipped $5 through Super Chat.
Thanks, Drew.
With you being a known surfer, what's your favorite everyday thing you love to do that most would not expect from you?
How? Wait, with me being a known surfer, I don't know if those two things are related. Ah, geez, he paid $5, so now I gotta think about it. I can't just say I don't know. Something that I do every day that people wouldn't expect me to do. And the caveat of me being a known surfer. So every morning, literally the first thing I do after I feed Steve and Skylar is I lock myself in my voiceover booth, which is for the most part soundproof, for the most part. And what I do is I do vocal exercises because I wasn't doing that when I first started my career. And as I started to become more and more popular and was getting more and more work, my voice was getting used more and more. And at a certain point, I was reading so much copy that my voice was starting to burn out. Like I literally had to like shut it down at 2 p.m. every day. I'm like, oh, anything after 2 p.m. sounds terrible. And then it was like noon. And then it was like 10 a.m. I'm like, oh my God, I can only work like 3 or 4 hours until my voice is gone. And I finally got in touch with a singing coach who told me that I had to start exercising and strengthening my vocal cords as if it were any other muscle in my body. And I'd just been taking it for granted. And of course, I had young vocal cords for most of my life, didn't really think much of it. And she gave me this long vocal routine. And I'm basically singing phonics. So I go up and down the scale, going like hum, 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 hum. And then another one, nin, 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 nin. And the point isn't to necessarily sing it very well, but the point is to stretch out your vocal cords. And by the end of the entire routine, and I'm not going to do it for you, I'm just not. I go from as low as I possibly can to as falsetto high as I can. I said I was going to do it, but that's it on easy mode. By the time I'm hitting the 18-minute mark of my warm-ups, I'm going way down, and then I go way up. But I'm doing it not at the top of my lungs to the point that I will damage my vocal cords, but I do it enough every day to stretch them out. And in the past, we've had visitors at the house, and they've asked Maggie, because I'm up early, and a lot of people from the East Coast, they get up early because of the time difference. They'll ask Banana, they'll be like, what is that crazy noise I'm hearing in the morning? Because I'm locked in a quote unquote soundproof booth, but the noises travel through the structure of the house, like through the boards. And if you're down in the kitchen, and if I'm hitting that really low, like boom, like they can actually like feel it through like the floorboards, I guess. And then when I'm up at the top end, like stretching to the way top, they'll like hear that kind of coming through the ceiling, but they don't know what it is. I guess it doesn't even sound human. It's just me stretching out my vocal cords to get ready for the day. And yeah, I mean, it's mildly unpleasant. It's weird. It's not, I feel like you watch popular singers sometimes in videos and stuff, and they're like, oh, a double doobie 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 doo, like they're quick, easy warm-ups. Mine are intense. My warm-ups are intense. And it's because I just do so many voiceovers. Like even a singer that's doing like a 2 or 3 hour concert, like that's obviously very, very difficult on your vocal cords. I mean, they're performing singing for, 180 minutes, but I'm doing voiceovers for 10, 12, sometimes 14 hours. And so it needs a lot of intense training to try and keep it strong enough to handle that. So that's one of the weird things that I do every single day. And you thought I was going to forget. I actually remembered something for a change. The weird accident. I was trying to get onto a wave, and I was a little behind it, but I was determined. I wanted to get this wave, like really, really determined. So I popped up and leaned forward, and usually at this point, you miss the wave. Like it just kind of, you fall off the back of it. But I leaned forward, and at that moment, the wave completely gave out. Just elevator dropped me. Just meaning it was. I was on the wave, and then I was in the air. And somehow, I still don't even know how it happened. Somehow the board spun around in the air. I think it's healed. I don't think you can see it anymore. There was a pretty good gash and a huge bruise. Like on the way down, my ankle hit the fin. And I knew as it happened too, like I knew exactly. So I was talking about when I very first started learning how to surf, like I would have accidents or I'd wipe out or something and be like, oh man, I don't know what happened there, because it had never happened before. I didn't have a catalog in my brain of like what happened. Like, so every accident that happened or every mistake I made, I was like, that's new, but I've done it enough now and I've understood what's been happening, and I've put it all together that as I'm feeling it, I'm like, okay, this is what's happening. So I knew that I was dropping, and then,
Lola Tupors gifted a tier 1 subscription to Beacon_1.
That's very nice of you, Lola. Thank you. Lola's just so insanely generous. So thank you on behalf of the person you just gave the subscription to. And thank you from me as well. So as I was dropping the board, I can guess what happened. Like the nose of the board hit the water first at an angle and made it come up like this, so that as I started to follow, my ankle went right across the fin. And if you've never surfed before, fins, you could cut cheese with fins. I mean, you can't cut steak or chicken, but you could definitely cut cheese. Fins are sharp, and it went right across my ankle. And as I was falling into the water, I was like, of all the things to hit. And then I also realized that as I was going down, I felt the board going into the water, which means, it's a flotation device. It's going to shoot up, which means it's going to come down. And I stayed underwater. I kept my my arms over my head. I kind of like hung out like this under the water for about 5 seconds. And when I came up, Nisha was like, I am so glad that you stayed under the water. She was like, I'm so thrilled you were under the water, because the board shot straight up in the air. And she's like, and it was coming right down. And she told me, she's like, I had it in my head that you were going to be popping up, and then the board was going to come down and hit you right in the top of the head. But again, this is one of those things that if that had happened to me 5, 6, 7 years ago, I wouldn't be aware of that. I wouldn't know that the board coming down at that angle after I felt it touch. There's so much information that I can get from feel and memory and repetition. So, in the past, when I was a newbie, if I felt the board hit my ankle, I'd just be like, oh man. And then I probably would try and come up and get some air like immediately. But now I know what's going to happen because it's happened before. So I can avoid the second half of the accident like that. So it really does. It took a long time to get a memory bank's worth of stuff in my head, so that I knew what was actually happening as I was feeling it. But I'm finally getting there. Like, 9.5 years later, I'm getting a good memory bank of the experiences out there in the water. Let me check the time. It is 8:16. And that's, what, did I lose you guys? Every time I flip over the text-to-speech thing, it like takes a minute to get going sometimes. Oh, maybe I just pressed the wrong button entirely. Hold on. Is that the right button?
Straw Gamer 27 says think of the fins as airplane wings.
Except like way sharper, like super duper sharp.
I'm on the phone 10 hours.
Oh, what the heck? I feel like I keep. Oh, that is interesting. How is my day?
Why are the fins so sharp?
Yeah, the fins are sharp.
BC says Stargardt disease causes progressive blindness. In most instances, different gene involvement will change how quickly and how much blindness occurs. Ashley 52 says, have you considered competing in surfing competitions?
Yeah, I did one. It's not really. I've.
Straw Gamer 27 says plain.
Discussed a bunch of times. I don't want to compete. I just do it for me. I compete at every level of everything else, everything that I do all day, all the time. It's nice to just have a hobby, and not to mention like I'm competing against the ocean every time I go out there. I'm competing against the odds and myself. Like I don't need to go out there and like compete against some other blind surfers to feel good about myself.
Stupid ads.
Ah, there's an ad? Well, hey, if you go to Twitch and you
Frozen
do
Lyrics 3 says hello.
Subscription, you don't have to watch the ads. Lola just gifted like a buttload of subscriptions to people, so maybe you can go over there and claim one of them. Hello, by the way.
Johnny BC says he's not interested in competitions. He did one and didn't find it exciting.
Yeah, it just wasn't my thing. The fins, they're way over there. They're like above Petey Penguin's head. And let's see if I put this view up. I don't know what's visible on the screen or not. Maybe you can see them this way, but the fins are, fins are generally made out of carbon fiber, and they're light and they're sharp. I mean, they're sharp. Like the front part, it is like an airplane wing in the respect that, it's kind of like rounded, and then it tapers. But it tapers to like a really fine point. I was kind of shocked because the first board I ever had was a foam board, and those just had like some plastic fins on them, which aren't, that crazy. And then I started buying some real surfboards, like the one behind me over here. And the fins on it are literally like.
Johnny BC says vertical YouTube doesn't have ads.
Oh, well, that's true, which is actually a bit of a.
Dankmfangel 420 says every Tuesday and Wednesday he streams.
It's a bit of a problem. Well, it's not a problem, but I'm losing out. If there's any revenue to be had, it doesn't matter. You start up the stream.
Says, is this AI?
No, dude, I'm a person. How can I possibly be AI? I am Pete. I am real. Yeah, I set up the stream as a horizontal, and just as a thing that Streamlabs does, it creates the vertical, but it doesn't allow me to do anything. It doesn't allow me to put a thumbnail, doesn't allow me to set up ads or anything like that.
Bringfin just followed.
Thanks, Bringfin. I think that's what it said. Appreciate the follow over there. Yeah, it's the cool thing about Twitch is you can buy subscriptions and have no ads whatsoever. Also, Twitch in the same interface when you're watching on twitch.com/ or twitch.tv/Pete Gustin, you can choose. You can press like a little button, and you can either you can either do it in horizontal or vertical. And we were experimenting with them before, but I was telling you guys, if you're on Twitch and you go to the emote picker, emoji picker, whatever you want to call it, if you type in Pete G1, there will be, I think, 5 different emojis that you can pick
Sunrose
from.
8 says at Beacon 1 Hydrodynamics.
Hydrodynamics.
Zezek says everyone knows he's a robot made by Russia.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's a super dog one. There's a banana one. What the heck are they? Someone explain to me what they were. There was
Beacon 1 says I didn't know the name.
I think there's like a super me with like a cape.
Voiceover work, voice acting.
Yes. There we go. What's that about?
Lola Topors just cheered 200 bits. As a fellow vivid and lucid dreamer, I have also had dreams I was using my phone, except my phone didn't look like a phone in my dream. What did your phone look like in your dream?
My phone looked like, that's the thing. It was, she's talking about a video that I posted a little while ago where I've been dreaming about using my phone. So first of all, I see perfectly in my dreams. And then so I was doing a bunch of reading on this, or listening, I guess you'd say, that the portion of your brain responsible for like cognitive reasoning or detail, something like that, like shuts down while you're sleeping. So you technically shouldn't be able to read in your sleep. They said only 2% of recorded dreams that have been studied involve people using their phones, because technically when you're asleep, you shouldn't be able to read. There's a lot of reported people like trying to look at their phone and it just looks like gibberish, like just looks like nonsense. Or even if you're like trying to read a newspaper or magazine or a screen of any site, it always looks like gibberish. But in my dreams, my dreams are so realistic that they just seem like that's my life at this point when I close my eyes. Like my phone looks like my phone. I can read it perfectly fine. I'm interacting with it. I'm not using stupid text-to-speech. I'm just reading what's on the phone and tapping through it, and I'm messaging people, and I'm doing like FaceTime, and I'm living this like completely normal. It is seriously, I can't figure out what I do for a job in my dream world. I don't know. I'm always like doing something else. Like I'm driving a car to go meet friends to go fishing.
Dragon One Puppet just followed.
Thank you, Dragon One Puppet. Great username. Love that one. Appreciate that. That's a follow on Twitch. And now that you followed on Twitch, Dragon One Puppet, go into the emoji picker, the emote picker, whatever you want to call it. Type in Pete G1, and you just picked yourself up 5 custom emojis. There's me on a banana. I gotta figure out exactly what they are. Steve's. Oh, Petey Penguin's in there. There's a Petey Penguin emoji as well. There's a banana one. She's smiling. There's a banana next to her. Yeah, I'm always just doing something like really mundane. Like my dream life is mundane, but I feel like I'm pretty happy over in my dream life, and I can definitely see fine, and I can definitely operate my phone. I feel like I'm just living 2 lives. I got this weird ass life where I'm a blind surfer, social media guy who lives by the beach in San Diego and now sells soap to people at blindpenguin.com. And then there's this other life where I'm just like a normal dude who can see. You tell me, which one do you think is real? Let's see. I'm starting to get actually hungry. And
Beacon 1 says, and I wasn't really guessing.
I wasn't guessing either. And Banana is leaving tomorrow, so you know what? I should probably go spend some time with her.
At Sarah Cam 7808 says, okay guys, I'm out. Good night, y'all.
Thanks, Sarah. Me and you.
8 says, I had a spell when I was younger where I could lucid dream, but I always tried to fly and fell and woke up.
I had a...
Joni BC says, I recently had a dream about photographing Bob Dylan at a museum. My camera has a screen I can check shots on, and it was something I was able to do in the dream. The whole dream was surreal.
That is kind of weird.
Matejabron 3983 says, good night, Sarah.
Good night, Sarah. It's time to go. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to get out of here too, because I gotta pace myself to do a bunch of shows in a row. Go over to Twitch, follow me there, especially now because there you go. Like
Spider Kid 1228 just followed.
Spider Kid 1228 just followed. Thank you for the follow, Spider Kid 1228. Hey, and thank you for making Skylar's head fall up by following me over on YouTube. Follow me on all the platforms. Just follow me everywhere. That's just, your life will be better if you follow me. So Spider Kid 1228 there. Do the thing. Go into the emojis. Type in Pete G1 in the emoji search, and you'll get those 5 fun emojis. And then I can have Brooks explain to me exactly what the heck they are tomorrow, because I hear they're pretty cool. And they said that we can make like animated ones and give more ones to subscribers and stuff.
Good night, Sarah. Love.
Good night.
At BHR 5150 says, said hi.
Hi. Yeah,
Kimbo
I think
14 says, have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, I think I gotta go spend some time with Banana. She gets ready for her trip. So I will fire off my Adios music. I will let you guys chat with each other for a minute as I head over there and try and turn this whole thing off. I'm going to eat one more of these stupid gummies. Is your chat working? There we go. Bye. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.
Night safe travels for Banana.
Lola, thank you very much.
Says by everyone.
Thanks to everybody for all your generosity. I'll be back tomorrow with Brooks. We might go for longer than usual. Thanks, Jenny.
At James Gardner PZ3RL says, do you have Discord?
I don't.
At Maple Moose Forever says, yo.
Maple Moose.
At Johnny BC
That's a good one.
Nice
all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow.
To join us again.
Love y'all.
At American Made 132 says, you look like Dutch from Far Cry 5. Dank Angel 420 says, night guys, I'm going to go read my book. At Alanwitz Allen says, hi. Sunrose 8 says, see Yappy, check your fly. At Maple Moose Forever says, bye. At Chas Freak says,